understand no matter what I do, my hair is gonna look horrible and I need to get my roots done. Life as we know it. First world problems. Hey guys, what's up? I'm back today with a video that probably won't appeal to about 90% of my viewers. I have had a few requests because some of my viewers are really into Disney like me, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Jillian and I love home decor, and my channel is probably 90% home decor related, but I am a Disney addict to the point of like the obsession is real. So I have gotten a few requests on about like planning a Disney trip, how we plan Disney trips, how we afford to go, and how we save to go, meaning how we afford to go so often, because we have gone a lot. I've been going for 30 years. My husband just started going in 2011, was his first time along with my daughter. Their first time was both together. So I thought I would do a video. Why not? Why not? I love Disney. If you love Disney, then you'll benefit from this. If you don't have to watch it. And honestly, a lot of my favorite YouTubers, or the ones that I watch, have been talking a lot about the thumbs down button and why it even exists. And I have to agree, like, what is the point of it? If you don't like a video, just keep going. You could skip over it, because guarantee one of my next videos is going to be home decor related or something that interests you. So I don't do Disney videos often, but I do like to throw them in because it is one of my loves in life. Like, along with home decor is like my passion, and you know, designing, Disney is right up there with it. So I'm not gonna, in this channel I wanted to show all of me. I don't want to show just parts of me. So, but anyways, today I wanted to go over kind of like how we plan for Disney, because I've gotten questions about how we go so often and how do we afford it. Right now we are a one-income family. My husband works and I stay at home. That's how it's been for the majority of our daughter's life. I have gone out and, you know, you guys know that I worked for the like antique shop I worked there for 3 years, but that was like my only real, besides nannying, my only real real income that I've been getting since Madison was born, because we just like me staying home. You know, why we go so much, why we don't go on other vacations, and how we manage to save in such a short time for multiple trips. So the first thing I want to say is we pay for our Disney trips in cash. We don't put anything on credit cards, or you know, we don't borrow any money from anywhere. We pay in full before we go for our trip. Now that might not work for anyone, and for everyone. I'm not saying that you have to do that in order to go on a trip. You might need to put your whole trip on a credit card to take your family, and that's perfectly fine if that works for you. But this is just what works for us, and we're really working towards living a much more of a debt-free life. So we try to like incorporate our vacations into that debt-free life, because you know, you go on a vacation for us and we don't want to come back and have to pay for it. We want it to be paid for when we go, and we know that's not like, everyone can't do that. So of course, if you need to put it on a credit card or whatever, then that's what you need to do to take your family. Then I'm all for that. But usually a lot of people don't know that if you book through Disney itself on the Disney website, or if you have a travel agent through Disney, you can make payments towards your trip. You don't have to like just book a trip that's going to cost you $4,000 and pay for it all at once. If you book through Disney, then you can make payments up to 45 days before your trip. Any increment, you just have to put, I believe it's $200 down if you don't book your flights through them, which I never do anyway, and half the time we drive now. So a lot of people don't know that. They just think that you need to pull out $4,000 from your butt and just, you know, that's the only way you can go on a Disney trip. No, you don't. You can make payments toward it. Chip away at it every week, 20 bucks, whatever you can afford extra that week. And you can plan a good amount of time in advance so that you can get it paid off. So that is one thing that I wanted to start off with, is that you don't have to pay it in full up front. A lot of people don't. We don't. We always do our package and then we make payments. It's just easier for us, and that's how we're able to pay for it in cash. Just chipping away at it when we have extra money. There's no certain dates that you need to make payments. It just has to all be due. I'm pretty sure it's 45 days before your trip. That's one way that, you know, we're able to go so often. You know, a lot of people use Disney travel agents. Personally, I like to plan my own trips, but I have a good friend who swears by her agent. So honestly, it's whatever that works for you, works for you. There are some really good agents out there that will help you do whatever you want. They make your fast passes, they make your reservations, like your dining reservations, they do everything. So there are, you know, if you want to do that yourself, like I do, you could do it yourself. So there's different routes to go. As we're chipping away at our package, you know, so usually our packages include a hotel stay for at least 7 or 8 nights. That's how long we like to go when we take Madison. We love to stay on property. We have stayed at my aunt's a few times, which is great because we're basically staying for free. But we like to be in the Disney bubble. We like to be on property and take advantage of the transportation to and from the parks. And, you know, just we like staying in hotels. It's part of the fun for us. That is part of your package. You can choose how many days you want park tickets for. There's different levels. You know, you can get 1 day, 2 day. You can get park to park, meaning they're called park hoppers. You go, you know, you want to go to one park in the morning, one at night. That ticket will allow you to do that. So that usually is included in our package, and then, you know, you can add on the dining plan, which is basically, there's different tiers of the dining plan, and it's basically having your food paid before you go, which is really nice. We've only done the dining plan one other time. We are doing it for our upcoming trip, just because we really did enjoy it. We were really relieved having our money, having like our food paid for. So basically all we had to bring was spending money. If you plan on staying on Disney property and eating Disney food, that is, like, it basically was all paid for. So that was a huge relief for us. So we are doing it this time. The only thing that is not in our package this time is our tickets, because we are annual pass holders. We became pass holders last August. So basically we went through, we had a whole trip planned. We had our package with our tickets, and then when we got there, we just upgraded our tickets to annual passes, and it was the best deal because it didn't cost us that much for the 3 of us to upgrade. And then since then we have, you know, certainly made our money's worth. So we do live in, you know, the Northeast. We don't live near Disney World, so to make it worth it, you know, before you become an annual pass holder, you need to kind of figure out, like, all right, how many times realistically, if you live far away like I do, am I going to go? So we've definitely made our money's worth, and this spring in April when we go, our tickets are basically free because we've, you know, used them so many times since becoming annual pass holders. So that is a plus side to being an AP. I don't necessarily think that we're gonna, I'm not sure, but I don't think we're gonna re-up them in August, just because I think this is gonna be our last big trip for a little while, and then we're gonna try to go back in the summer for a long weekend, and then we really want to work on saving money to fix up our house a little. So we're gonna have to put it on, you know, like I'm having total first world problem withdrawals right now. Like, I've gone so many times in my life, and Madison this is gonna be like her 6th or 7th trip, and she's 8, so I definitely having first world problems. So pardon me. But anyway, how we start, like, planning. We pick out our package and then we put our deposit down. We like to pick out our hotel first, meaning we talk about it. Now, I know I might get a little backlash for this, but it's all, I might not, because I don't think I have too many Disney fans on this channel, but we strongly disliked the all-star resorts. Now, when we pick our hotel, there's like different levels of a hotel. There's value, which is the less expensive hotels, but still all the theming is you know, very Disney in the value resorts. Then there's moderate and deluxe. We have stayed at a couple values. We love Art of Animation, although I kind of disagree with it being a value. The only really value rooms that they have are the Little Mermaid rooms, and those, we loved it. We love Little Mermaid, but all the rest of them are family suites, and they don't really come at a value price, in my opinion. So honestly, we love Art of Animation, but I wouldn't call that a value resort. I mean, from my own personal experience. And then there's All-Star Music, All-Star Movies, All-Star Sports, and then Pop Century. I've stayed at all the All-Stars in my lifetime. I've only stayed at one with my husband and my daughter, which was Movies. This past trip that we went in November, we were not fans. The rooms, the biggest problem that we had was the room. The lock, like, I know this can happen at any place, anytime. This could happen at the Ritz. But for the price that you're paying, in my opinion, for a value resort, which is, in my opinion, still not really a value price at certain times when you go, I want my room to be clean. This is like, I don't want to sound like a snob either, because I'm totally not, but I've been to Disney so many times that I just know what I want now. So if I'm going to stay at a value resort and still pay an elevated price, I want my room clean. I don't want cobwebs in the corner of my room. I don't want my door, my lock on my door to be broken, and then they come and fix it, and then the next day it's broken again and it won't lock. And like, we want to go out to the park all day and my room won't lock. So I know that this could happen to anyone. It could happen anywhere. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen to you if you decide to stay in a value resort. This is my only my personal experience with those hotels. I am not a fan of them. Our favorite resort so far has been Art of Animation, which is a value resort, but is a little higher in price. And when you're going up to the moderate levels, we loved Port Orleans Riverside. I think you're getting much more for your money. Just the grounds are beautiful, but you know what? A lot of people say that when you go to Disney, you're only in the room, you know, not that much, because you're in the park all day, and then you come back to the room, and you're pretty much passed out because you're that tired, which is true. But for us, we like to come back to a room that's, you know, semi-nice. I don't know. That's just our personal opinion. So, you know, it's so hard to give your opinion on things like this. Like, people ask me, what's your favorite resort? What's your favorite, you know, Disney dining area or restaurant? Or it's so hard to give your opinion or advice to someone because everyone likes different things, you know what I mean? So I'm not putting down the all-star ones. I mean, I'm sure, you know, we just had a bad experience, but they're just not my favorite because I stayed in them when I was younger too, like with my friends, and I didn't love them then, and we just planned a quick trip in November, and there you go. This trip, we're staying at the Caribbean Beach Resort. We've never stayed there, but I've heard good things. I've heard bad things. You know, like I said, everyone has a different liking to things. So we're excited to stay there because we like the whole resort vibe. We like the whole beachy vibe. We like to feel like we're, you know, on vacation. And that resort really, I think, reflects that. It doesn't have a lot of Disney theming, which is fine, but because you're pretty much, no matter at any of the resorts, you feel like you're in Disney, except maybe the camping ones. My friend had stayed in one of the cabins, and she said that, you know, she didn't really feel like, you know, it wasn't like a hotel. You know what I mean? It was like camping. So it's seriously whatever works for you. You really want to just pick a hotel that fits your family needs. Just read reviews, but again, take the reviews with a grain of salt because you know, you could go stay at an All-Star tomorrow and you could have a wonderful experience. So it's really kind of a thing that you got to experience for yourself first. So basically we pick our hotel first, because that way we'll see how much we're spending on that, and then we can kind of go from there. So people ask me all the time, how do you afford to go all the time? Well, number one, we take advantage of the payment plan that they offer for a vacation. We take advantage of that. The thing that we spend the most money on is Dunkin' Donuts. I swear, it's like, that's what we spend the most money on, Dunkin' Donuts in Disney World. You know, everyone has their thing. Every family has their thing. Some people might spend, you know, tons of money on sports or like, I don't know, like stuff like that. But we choose to take our extra money that we have and put it towards vacation. Why do we always go to Disney? A lot of people ask me, why don't we go to other places? I get this question a lot, even from people in my everyday life. Like, don't you get sick of it? Why do you go to the same place all the time? Now, I know not everyone loves Disney. There's a lot of people who don't love it the way that I do, or it's, you know, and if you've never been, then I guess you wouldn't understand. When you go to Disney World, in my experience and in my opinion, it is like you're transported into another world. It is a feeling that you get of just ultimate happiness and not having to worry about anything, and you're in this Disney bubble and you don't have to worry about anything. It is fun. It's happy. Just, these are my own personal views on it. You know, like I said, I've been going for 30 years. So I've gone a lot, and I still feel this way after 30 years. I can walk into Magic Kingdom and I can feel like I've left every worry, every problem, everything at the door. Nothing bothers me when I'm in there. As you probably a lot of you know, I've had a lot of health issues in the past 2 years, and Disney has really helped me through a lot of that. We've had a lot of trips during very scary times through my health, and it's honestly like an escape from reality. Now, that could be a little scary because it's not reality, but it's only for a week, and for a week I get to be with my family and I get to forget about everything, and it saves me. You might think I sound a little weird by saying that, but it truly saves me. It is my happy place. A lot of people have a happy place. You know, a lot of people like to go to the beach, and that's their happy place. A lot of people like to be in the woods and in nature, and that's their happy place. A lot of people like to go to Target, and that's their happy place. Disney World is certainly 100% my happy place. My husband actually, before he went, he didn't really understand, like, you know, why I loved it so much, but now you can even ask him. He loves it. He loves it. He loves being there. He gets really excited before we, you know, when the countdown gets closer, and it's just really exciting. And our daughter, of course, loves it. So that makes it easier that they want to go all the time. I mean, of course, we're going to go on other vacations, you know, with our daughter. My husband and I said this in a different video, we went on a cruise to Bermuda, just the two of us, and we were bored. We were bored. We're not huge drinkers. We're not huge beach people. I mean, I love the beach. He's not a huge beach person. We live 10 minutes from a beach, so it's not like we would take a vacation strictly to go see a beach. You know what I mean? So it's just not for us. And I'm sure, if you guys have seen in my videos, my husband and my daughter are very high energy people. And they are like that from the time that they wake up till the time they go to bed. Madison has the energy of, I don't even, the Energizer Bunny. So it's just a perfect vacation for us. For right now, in this time in our lives, we want to spend our money going there. And, you know, I feel like I don't, you know, people in my real life, they're just like so judgmental sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? Like, you want to spend money on the things that you enjoy. What is it to you that we spend the money on things that we enjoy, which is vacationing together at our happy place? That is why we go to Disney World so much. You know, it has really been a safe place for me, and that's just what it is. So that's why we go all the time. How we save money to spend, or you know, if we drive for gas and stuff like that. My husband likes to find stuff on the side of the road and fix it. To be totally honest, he will he, you know, will buy junk snowblowers, lawnmowers, blah blah, all this. Like, he'll have like at least 10 in the back of our shed at a time, and he will fix them, and he will sell, he'll buy one for $40, or he'll find it on the side of the road and he'll sell it for $200. So that's, you know, we do things like that. I sell stuff that I'm no longer using on, like, you know, Facebook yard sale sites or Craigslist or OfferUp. I sell things on there, and we put our extra money into a jar that doesn't get touched, and we use that for our vacation money. If we have a little bit in a check that, you know, doesn't have to go to other things, it's our extra money, we put it into the jar, and we just accumulate money over time. So that's how we save money. Sometimes my husband works a second job on Saturdays just to make some extra money. He doesn't have to do that, but sometimes he does. So, you know, honestly, people would have no problem going out and spending, you know, $60 at a bar. We would rather take that $60 and put it in a jar and save it for our vacation. So that's pretty much how we save money. It's not, you know, we don't take a lot out of our check each week. We just accumulate it over time doing small things, and it adds up. So basically, I've gone over how we afford to go, which is the payment plan. My thoughts on some of the hotels, which was totally random, and I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. Why we go so much, and how we save money for it. You know, my two vices in life are iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. I should say 3. Iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, Target, and Disney World saving. But again, it's all what you enjoy and what you want to do. So for us, our trip coming up is 8 nights, and it is in April. And I know a couple of people have said that they will be there at the same time we will be there. So of course, you know, if you see us, say, hey. We would love, Madison would love if she bumped into anyone who recognized her. So if you see us in the parks, definitely come and say hi. But we are doing Universal this time around. Madison went to Universal when she was like 3, doesn't remember it obviously. And then Andrew went, he's been twice, but he's only been to the Universal side. He has never been to Islands of Adventure. I've been a few times in my lifetime. You know, all of my siblings prefer Universal over Disney. I'm the only real Disney addict. So we are doing Universal 2 days this trip, which Madison is super excited about because she's really into Harry Potter. And, well, she just started getting into it. So I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging a lot. I mean, I think I will vlog, obviously, pieces of it so that I can have the memories for myself and my family. But I know not everyone wants to watch. I know there's tons and tons of Disney vloggers out there that, you know, you could watch. But I know at this point of my channel, like, a lot of people that comment are really invested in my family, and they want to see what goes on in my family. So I don't mind sharing Disney vlogs. It's just whether or not people would be interested in it. I do have a few videos on my channel that I've kept private just to have the memories, because I don't really think that people care that much. There's so many parts to Disney planning. Like, you pick your hotel, you have to pick your dining reservations ahead of time. It is crucial that you make dining reservations at your favorite restaurants, or if you're new at Disney planning, you know, make your Disney dining reservations when you can ahead of time. Some of the dining reservations we have for this trip are, I have my list in front of me, that's what I'm looking down. We are going to be eating at the Canadian Steakhouse in Epcot. I think it's pronounced Le Cellier. No clue. But my husband has really wanted to try that, so we are eating there. We're eating at Tusker House, and we got the plan with the new River of Lights show at night, so we can get priority seating for that. So Tusker House is like a buffet, but it's a character dining experience with Mickey, and they're in safari clothes. So that's at Animal Kingdom. And then we will be eating at the Sci-Fi drive-in restaurant at Hollywood Studios. We've never been there. Every time we go, we make a reservation, and we always cancel it because we're just too tired or whatever. But this time we're going because we want to experience it. And then we are eating at Beaches and Cream at the Beach Club. You know, if you are a Disney fan and you know that they have the kitchen sink, which is a humongous ice cream, you should Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about, and my husband will be in heaven. And then we have dinner at 1900 Park Fair. We did breakfast there when it was Mary Poppins, Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland, yeah. Who else was there? The Mad Hatter. I forget who else was there, but this time it's the Stepsisters, Cinderella, and Prince Charming for dinner. So Madison doesn't know we're going there, so she'll like that. I've heard mixed reviews on that, but I just want to go to see Cinderella, so it doesn't bother me. The food, whatever. A lot of the buffet foods are similar, in my opinion. And then we're going to the Whispering Canyon Cafe at the Wilderness Lodge. We've never been to the Wilderness Lodge, so we're excited to look at that and check it out. Honestly, a lot of people always say to me, like, you know, how do you afford to go? Like I said before, you know, we save money. Like, how do you afford to buy a brand new car? How do you afford to go out every weekend and spend $100? Like, instead, if you want to go on a vacation, put the money that you're going to spend on that stuff and go on a vacation. Like, it's not that hard. I know Disney prices are very scary, and to get into the park, in my opinion, is a ridiculous price. And it does make it harder for, you know, especially large families to go. We have a small, you know, we have one child, so it can be harder for larger families. But if you take advantage of what they have to offer you, you know, payment plans, and they have, I know, Disney savings accounts. So you need to take it, you know, look into it. Take advantage of what they offer you. And it is doable. It is totally doable. If you chip away at it week by week, if you have an extra $5, no, actually, I think you have to put at least 20. If you have an extra $20, just put $20 on the trip. And after a while, you'll see the number go down, and you'll be like, wow, like, she was right. So, you know, I know Disney vacation is not for everyone. You certainly need a vacation from your vacation when you come back, but it is for us. It is for my family. And if anyone ever has any Disney questions, you can totally ask me. You can email me. My email is always down below. Another way that we go a lot is because we drive now. We drive from Massachusetts, and it takes us, you know, a better part of 20 to 24 hours. But we drive straight through, and it's not that bad. This time, the past 2 times, we actually rented a car. We rented a van this time. I'm all set with the car. We don't take our car just because, you know, if you rent a car, it's covered and all that. So we are renting a van, a lot more wiggle room. You know, Madison sleeps, it's no problem, and it's kind of fun, actually. Like, I know some people are like, how can you stay in a car for that long? You know, we get out, we stretch, we go into rest stops, we get food. You know, it's not that bad. If you bring a lot to do, you know, you take your naps, it's not that bad. So that's another way to save money if you really, really, really want to go. And I know how, you know, flights are ridiculous sometimes, especially around the holidays or vacations. So maybe you want to consider driving. It's not that bad. I promise. It's not that bad. You know, the way back is kind of bad because you don't have anything to look forward to. But in hindsight, you know, it's not that bad. I mean, once it's over, it's over. And then you're there and you forget all about it. I just wanted to come on here and kind of let some of the people know who have been asking, because they want to take their families on a Disney vacation, but they don't know how, or, you know, how they're going to afford it. Like, I just wanted to come on here and say, look into it. It's super easy if you want to plan it yourself on the Disney website, or you could call. They're so nice. 99% of the time, they're super nice, and They'll help you with everything. All you need to do is put a down payment of $200 and you're golden. Or you could look into a Disney travel agent. You just have to make sure that they're a legit travel agent. It's doable. You don't have to be this rich person to go to Disney World. I mean, you just have to want it bad enough. You just have to not go to Target 10 times a week and spend money there. But I hope you guys got a little bit of information from this video, the ones that were asking. Of course, if you have any questions, please email me. And of course, if you see us in the park, definitely say hello. The ones that said they were going to be there when we're there. We're going the second week of April. I feel like I can say that. I don't think anyone's going to come stalk me. And if you do, well, I'll punch you in the face. No, I'm just kidding. Let me know if you want to see Disney vlogs. I'm not going to like overpack my channel with Disney vlogs. And I don't want to be one of those channels that creates a whole different channel for something else that I like. I want to be the channel that, you know, is all about me and my family. And like I said before, I think, you know, a lot of my subscribers that comment now are really invested in my family and whatever we do, whether it's home decor or, I don't know, walking down the street. Like, you know, that's how I get with people that I watch. It doesn't matter what they do. I want to watch their videos because I feel like I'm part of their family, or feel like I know them. It's kind of weird. I guess it's like watching your favorite TV show. You get really invested in the characters of the TV show and you just want to see what they're doing. So I know this video might not be for everyone on my channel, but Disney is something that means a lot to me, and I wanted to answer some questions that people had about, you know, how or why we go so much. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.